Okay, we're 52. I guess we can start already. We're more than 50 already. All right, so good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. So, alam nyo naman, di ba? Sinasabi nila parati sa real estate, it's good morning. Anyway, but since this is a class and we want to set that today is an evening on a Friday, hindi ba kayo na ano sa ating class schedule, Friday? Hindi ba kayo weekend na at 7 o'clock? Kanina ko lang na-realize, weekend. We won't feel it because pandemic ngayon, everybody's home. Pero pag hindi na siguro we can go out already and all that, mamimiss natin, Friday, the next day, weekend na, and we're having classes. But it's okay. This is a good time, I suppose, kasi your kids might, hindi kayo stressed dun sa mga kids nyo. I'm sure a lot of you meron kids na tinuturoan kasama kayo sa classes, di ba? Na mga kids nyo right now. Buti na lang, wala na akong ganong kids na tuturuan. Ako ang tinuturuan na ngayon kung paano ako mag-IT. Okay, so this is our second meeting for real estate marketing and brokerage. This is the synchronous class. We will be having 1 hour and 30 minutes na presentation. So in all my classes, as always, by the way, how's my audio? Audio check.
Okay lang po.
Alright. So in all my classes, I'm handling actually three, pero I'm thinking of it as 2 classes sa other side. I gather them kasi for this week, I am giving you an overview of the BSREM, an overview of BLEREB, an overview of the real estate market as we know today. Kasi I hope, we have a good attendance now kasi I want everybody to be able to attend this particular foundation lecture. I call it a foundation. Yes, from Earl Puson. Yes, please mute yourself. I don't have, I'm not the host. Kayo na lang po. I'm not the host. So kayo na lang po mag-mute yourselves. No, it's okay. When I call you, I won't be doing any recitation after na magpapa-recite ako. So okay lang to mute yourselves muna. So this is really like a requirement. I always do this lecture at the start of my class, at the start of the course. So in fact, yung hindi nakaka-attend, I ask them to attend this separately because it is important as foundation as we start our course. So let me share. How was your day, guys? Hindi pala nakamute kayo. Sige, mag-thumbs up na lang. It's taking a while. Just a minute. Loading. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Do you see I'm going to play it? So I would like to welcome you sa formal classes natin. So to those who are first time lang naka-attend, the last time that we were doing this last week, there were only around 40 plus. So I am supposing we have new students for this session. So for the new students, hello, how are you? Welcome to the class. So we will get to learn and get to know each other soon. So for those, by the way, for those who hasn't filled out my student data sheets, I will post it again kasi baka natabunan na siya. So this is the first semester. I am calling it the 2020 COVID era semester for BS Real Estate Management in Lyceum of Alabang. So I would like to formally introduce myself. I'm Ann Villarreal. I practice real estate and I do real estate education. I am a real estate educator. That's how I would like to call myself kasi I am involved in CPD, CPPs, and teaching like this. So I am an accredited PRC lecturer. So I do BLEREB review classes. I am the president of My Realty, that is Fuerte Real Realty. And dahil kasama siya, dahil kasama siya sa things that you need to learn in this class, because you will get to learn that networking is important. And of course, if you are here, if you are practicing, it is very important that you are part of a real estate organization. Right now, I am part of the Calamba Laguna Real Estate Board. So I know from from the first time that we met, so I know some people, some students here are also, shall we say, active or involved na rin sa mga real estate education. So these are the things that I have done in my practice, that one. Yeah, this one, real estate organization. So right now, so speaking of real estate organization, right now, as we are talking, today is the fellowship night. You know, we do convention. So right smack this weekend is the PAREB convention. We are on our second day. I'm kind of sad because ngayong gabi, yesterday we had a contest, TikTok contest. I was so proud. I was so proud dahil ang ganda-ganda ng TikTok nila. And I didn't have to organize it. Ang galing-galing nila. They organized themselves. They did it themselves. So, yesterday, sabi ko, oh, ang ganda-ganda naman in my eyes. Parang win na win yung entry. But of course, mukhang hindi kami nanalo. Alam mo naman, ang mga ganyan, subjective talaga ang judging. Buti na lang, dahil tuwang-tuwa ako dun sa mga nag-effort and they didn't drag me. Hindi na nga ako, siguro naisip nila, busy si Miss Ann, matatagalan pa bago kung isama ako. I was willing to do it. But pagtingin ko, gawa na yung TikTok nila. So those are one of the things that you're going to do, by the way, when you are actively practicing already. So yun. So yesterday, I was so happy kasi naggawa sila. So, and today, I sent them merienda sa kanilang mga offices na nakita ko ganun ang ginawa. Ginawa din yung video. Buti na lang I did that kasi hindi kami nanalo. But anyway, so yun ang ginagawa. Right now, meron kami na later on kayo din na convention. So conventions is going to be a huge part of your life when you are practicing already. So this is Lyceum of Alabang. This is last semester, last year. So these are the board passers. You've seen it. Siguro, I don't know, you haven't been to Lyceum. So if you had been to Lyceum ngayon, you will see punong-puno ang lalaking tarp because we are so proud of them. So last year, there was a number 6 and a number 4 sa real estate brokers exam. 40 of them took the exam and 29 passed. The rest, nagtrabaho kasi. Hindi nag-review, nagtrabaho kasi madaming dinidil. So hindi sila pumasa. But they are taking the review now. So hopefully, by the way, the BLEREB's exam for November was just announced to be postponed. So wala pang binigay na panibagong schedule, so postponed yung November. So madaming nakahinga because matatagalan yung review nila, but supposedly next month na sana meron. Sana merong another batch. So yun. So they're happy now. There are one big, nakabuo sila ng isang network. So I see them sa GC, they are networking, they are friends. So most probably this class, this batch, you are going to be like that also. So you are going to be one network as you start your career. Sabihin ko, sa career ninyo as BSREN students. You're going to be here for something like a year and a half, 3 semesters, I think, for yung iba baka 2 years or 4 semesters. But that's enough for you to bond and magkakilala and tulong-tulong as you go through the path of being BS Real Estate graduates. Okay, so this is what I do. Ito yung old times, wala pang mask, yung the days na walang mask, hindi natin alam. These were the times na ang mask ay sa ospital lang nakikita. So ngayon, sometimes when I see people na nami-meet ko lang sa Zoom, then I get to meet them in person. I do not recognize them kasi mga nakamask. So, tinatawag ko to good old days. So, ngayon, ganito na tayo. Nasa ano na tayo, nasa webinar, nasa screens na tayo. Okay? So, I am showing this so that you know kung ano mga pwede nyong gawin. So, later siguro dito sa class na to, if you are so inclined, you could be a real estate PRC accredited lecturer. Kasi yung mga CPDs, if you know CPDs and CPPs, by the way, I will give you the distinction of that. CPP and CPD, only real estate PRC accredited lecturers can do the lectures. Okay, so this is, I like to show this because this is the last real estate brokers exam na hindi kinakailangan ang diploma ng BSREM. So just to give you, I know siguro most of you know this already. So by way of history, before, you only need to take 120 lecture hours before you can take the exam. So ito lang siya. But simula after this, after 2017, they were actually requiring na, according to RESA, requiring na that the BLEREB examinees, tandaan nyo, BLEREB, Real Estate Brokers Board Exam, a board licensure for real estate brokers. Okay? So next, this was last year. So we were STI Carmona because we were looking for a place, but we ended up at Lyceum then. So this was last year's board exam review. So they were happy here. And this batch, actually, syempre, online na siya. So this is online coaching. So right now, we are doing this, bukas meron na kami, every weekend. So we are doing the review for the BLEREB ngayon. Okay, so this is my team. I am Fuerte Real Realty. So I do Genbro. And Genbro, that means yung mga Roland, yung mga hindi, yung mga selling that does not involve developers. So project selling, yun. So this is what I do. I know a lot of you already humawak na ng malaking susi. Di ba yun yung ating inaano na lahat tayo nakahawak ng susi. Ibig sabihin, may benta tayo. So this is my team. So we go around. So madaming ginagawa na things like this. So nami-miss ko na. We don't get to go out anymore. So all meetings, lahat nasa screen na. So okay. So these are the courses for this semester that I teach: real estate marketing brokerage, real estate brokerage, and ethical standards. So I know we did this last week, diba? So I got to see you and got to meet you. So, and I know naman, I review naman the student info sheet. So mako-connect ko yan as I see you dun sa screen with your name, and mako-connect ko siya dun sa fill out. Okay, so I would like to give you a very brief, brief info about BS Real Estate Management. Okay, so how to be a real estate broker. So actually, I would say, bakit ba tayo? Most of you dito, bakit ba tayo magbo-broker? Why do you need to be a broker? Why do you want to be a broker? Aside from the obvious that gusto natin, tapos na tayo ng salesperson's era. So, natapos na ang pagkaka-salesperson mo. So, you are ready to take the next step. That is being a real estate broker na, di ba? So, I admire you and I applaud you kasi this is not an easy decision, diba? So you have a lot of things to consider: your time, your money, diba? And effort. So you chose to pause at isingit itong activity nito so that you could go to the next step. And that shows commitment, that shows perseverance, and that shows positive na way on how to uplift and how to go to the next level dito sa career na to. So what else? So, yun. So number 1, next level number 2. I'm sure meron dito sa loob na napag-utusan ng nanay, ng family, anak, kailangan kang maging real estate broker kasi kailangan natin ng broker sa ating team. Because of the 20 salespersons rule, di ba? So, one broker can only have 20 salespersons under them. Or, yung parents, matanda na. So, in fact, right now, we are still trying, kami ni Miss Abby, we are still trying to get somebody in. Pero ang kausap namin, yung nanay. Sabi ko, Miss Abby, anong gagawin natin dito? Wala ba sinasabi? Nasa parab siya. So, matagal na. So, it has gone on for like 3 weeks from the very start pa lang. Hindi kami magtagpo, hindi siya maka-register. I don't know kung anong nangyari. So, that's one part also. Yung pala, yung anak niya is an engineer. Siguro hindi excited, hindi dinidibdib. So, it's the mom who's trying to push. Sana maging successful yung mom. So, yun. So, also, making your team big. So, siguro, meron ako, I know somebody na broker siya, nag-coordinate siya sa akin. So, he is trying to get his team, siya nag-sponsor actually. Siya nag-sponsor sa agent niya to be a real estate broker. So, the whole BSREM buhay ng kanyang agent ay siya ang mag-finance. So, I'm thinking they have a MOA naman. Siguro meron siya. Just like when I used to work, siguro mga 8 years pa lang naman ako totally nag-devote my time. Pero I used to work with big developers. If ever we are sent for training, di ba ang training mga mahal? So, you're talking about sometimes yung training, sometimes would run to 40,000, 50,000 na training. If you go through that, you have to sign, diba? Like a MOA with the company that you cannot resign for a certain period of time. So, mas probably merong ganon. So, also, another reason is that gusto mong i-mentor or feel mo to make a difference in someone's life. So, you encourage somebody or you share the information. You know what? You should take the real estate broker's exam and this is what you should do, diba? And also, one last thing, diba sometimes we want to buo, parang kulang na ikaw lang. So, alam mo naman iba't ibang strength. So, I know some people na nagbubuo silang realty corporations. So, para malaki sila, pwede din naman yun. Several brokers in one team. So, those are the things, reasons usually kung bakit tayo mag-real estate broker's exam. So, what are the jobs to being a broker? So, madami tayong pwedeng gawin. So, number 1, of course, is to be an entrepreneur. Also, I would like to say that the BSREM is a career or a course that is on its infancy stage. So, kailan lang siya, parang nabuhay lang siya this decade. Diba? O unlike yung mga nurses, yung mga engineers, lumang-luma na sila, tayo bago pa lang. So, you are one of the pioneer real estate graduates. That is why in this area, I know several of you I know already who are brokers already, appraisers. Miss Jo, isa dito, consultant na siya. So, but why does he want to be a graduate? Kasi para buong-buo, talagang tinapos niya, binuo niya, kailangan BSREM graduate din siya. Bibigyan kaya ako ng pwede kaya yung honorary degree from Lyceum. I'm not a graduate of BSREM. I'll work on that. I'll talk to Abby. So yun. So these are the things. Can you imagine how big the real estate, shall we say, business in a country, Ayala? Can you imagine how many people are employed with Ayala? How many people are employed with Camellia, with Robinsons, with ang dami, diba? So, do you think mga BSRM graduates ang mga yun? So, if there's somebody, kayo yung mga first batch, if it doesn't work out, hindi mo type na magkapag-deal. Kasi iba-iba tayong tinatawag na niche. Remember? Itong term na to, niche. Ang lawak-lawak ng real estate. At the end, in fact, yun ang gagawin ko sa inyo. When I send you off, that's what I'm going to say to you. May you find your real estate niche at once. Kasi ang daming pwede nyo gawin sa real estate. And like this, di ba? Sa dami sa economy natin, sa business na natin. Can you imagine if you are a real estate, a graduate of BSREM? And meron na tayo ngayon, masters in BSREM. So pretty soon magiging doctorate in BSREM. So tayo yung mga nauna dito sa field na to. Okay? So BSREM is governed by CMO 28. That is my assignment for you tomorrow for our asynchronous. I want you to read this. Don't worry, I will provide it to you. So lahat ito babasa. We won't be going through it isa-isa, but yun yung assignment nyo, ha? You need to read this kasi naandyan siya lahat. This is a program that aims to prepare the graduates for the career in the field of real estate para makapasok sa various corporations, institutions, whether in practice of salesmanship, brokerage, consultancy, including local government practice of assessors and appraisers. So guys, for those of you who are here inside the room, the classroom, I know some of you here are trying to get to be brokers so that you could be assessors. Diba? Kasi can you imagine sa buong Pilipinas, you cannot be a career assessor. Ilang munisipyo, ilang city, unless you are licensed assessor. So how can you be a licensed appraiser? You have to be a graduate of BSREM and mag-exam ka to be an assessor or an appraiser. So, meron nga yung mga natatakot na yung matatanda, yung mga career professional dun sa assessor's office, they are kinakabahan kasi matataasan sila ng mga young ones na graduate ng BSREM kasi kasama yun sa kanilang credentials para sila ay maging boss. So siguro a few years from now, mga boss ay yung mga batang nag-exam. Yung mga oldies na dating boss, hindi na sila kasi hindi sila nakapag-take ng assessors o hindi sila naging appraisers. Okay? So ito yung mga career entry level pag real estate brokerage ito, we've discussed that. So by the way, guys, this one, itong careers na to, naandun siya sa CMO. So it's included there. So ito, for local government assessors, itong mga to lahat. Ito yung kanilang jobs. For appraiser naman, so the difference between, anong difference ng assessor and appraiser? Assessor would be sa munisipyo, gobyerno. Appraiser would be in private practice. Ito naman ang consultant. So I know some here inside are consultants. You can only be consultant if you have been practicing either graduate or you have been practicing for 10 years sa aming mga grandfather clause, yung mga luma, kailangan 10 years nang nagpa-practice or registered with PRC. I only got registered in 2018. I missed last, dapat supposedly nag-take na ako last year but lumampas sa akin. So now, kailangan ako ngayon this year. So I should be or else kailangan ko maging BSREM yata sa 2022 yata. Sabi nila 2021 pero I know it's 2022. I'll update you. Okay? So this is the alternative course, second degree. So you guys are on second degree, di ba? Wala naman sa inyo ditong freshman. Kasi I know wala naman akong nakitang 18 years old or 19 years old dyan. So karamihan sa inyo, we are second coursers. So, kailangan lang tayo magbuo na certain number of units. Ibig sabihin, kailangan lang crediting yung tinatawag. So that's why you get assessed, di ba? Meron kayong assessment fee of 500 that you get assessed para makita kung anong pwede i-credit. So can you imagine, you are dual degree holders, man, dalawa na mga degrees nyo. Wow, that's pretty nice as far as credentials go. So eto yung Gen Ed, so 51 units. So wala naman yata kayong Gen Ed, basic business core. That is why may advantage yung mga business courses, accountant, yung mga sino dito ang business management, mga management graduates, they have a marked advantage because mas madaming makikredit sa kanila. Okay, so management education core, 18 professional courses. Dito talaga, you have to undergo the professional courses, 39 units. Sana 39 na lang, but hindi pwede dahil restricted tayo ng CHED to finish everything. So may practicum kayo, may PE pa kayo at NSTP. Good luck to you dyan. Pero I don't know kung meron kayo dyan. I know sa LOA yung iba meron. So let's talk about your professional courses. These are the courses na kami, ito lang yung aming hinahandle. So you have Funda of Real Estate Management, Real Estate Marketing and Brokerage, which we are doing right now. So legal aspects, consulting, ang daming real estate planning and development, appraisal and property management, real estate consulting and investment analysis, ecology, which you had earlier, appraisal and assessment in the government sector para to sa mga assessors, property management system, real estate finance, ethics, and real estate economics. So itong professional courses na to, yan yung meet na kailangan i-take up. So these are the courses na basically what you will take the exam on. So eto siya. Eto na lang kayo mag-focus here. Okay, so may mga electives tayong sinasabi. So human and physical geography, brokerage, also management education course. But anyway, everything nandun siya sa inyong CMO 28, which I will upload, which will be your assignment for your asynchronous. Okay, so I am proud with my kids. So ito yung first, that was, okay. Nung naiingit kami, when we took our oath, I took my oath 20. I was a grandfather, so DTI ako. In our Filipiniana, yung mga brokers na dito. But since pumasok na yung, hindi na ang ating Dean, EGOng, alam nyo naman. So sabi, okay lang, naka-business attire. So mga naka-business attire lang. So sumama ako because I was so proud of them. So pinanood ko silang nag-take ng oath. So this was in PICC. So here, this is si Nelia, natakpan. We have another one, si Arlene. She is also, number 6 siya. She is also a professor sa Pangasinan. And do you know, every time na may classes, we used to hold TTH classes. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays, we hold the BSREM classes. She would travel from Pangasinan. So, ibig sabihin, likas sa kanyang hard work. So, she got the 6th place. And she is part of our review class na ngayon. Kasi, nire-review niya yung mga classmates niya. Okay, by the way, okay, that's Sir Manny. The one in black is si Dr. Danilo Ayap. He is the president and owner of Lyceum. That's yung pinakadulo to your right, pag nakaharap, that's Esther Apaw. Okay, they are the ones na nag-handle sa atin ng course natin with Lyceum. Okay, of course, hindi siya palalampasin na hindi tayo naka-Filipiniana. So we had a testimonial dinner. So siguro a few, let's say next year or next year, ganyan na rin tayo. Siguro mas probably sa Vivere Hotel kasi friends sila. So we will be in our Filipiniana because you have passed the real estate brokers exam. Okay? All right. So let's now talk about the board licensure exam for real estate brokers. So ano ba to? This is your end goal. Ito ang ating, kumbaga, prize. Ito yung ating gold. Ito yung ating hinahabol. Kung bakit at on a weekday ay nandito tayo sa ating harap na mga laptops at kailangan mag-aral. Sabi sa akin, I'm taking my MBA ngayon. Sabi ng anak ko sa akin, Mom, aren't you too old to be studying? Siguro nasabihin din kayo ng mga anak ninyo, no? Bakit pa kayo nag-aaral? Kasi, anak, siguro sabay kayo. I'm sure meron dito ng mga school-age children na sabay kayo nag-MS Team. So, magturuan kayo. So, this is our end goal. Ano ba siya? Okay. So I always, in all my courses, I always show this. This is the coverage of the PRC Real Estate Brokers Exam. So I'm showing you this kasi hindi ito mababago. Because this is actually, this lineup is included in the RESA. So, are you going to take up RESA? Pag hindi pa siguro, it's very important na ngayon pa lang, from the very start of your career as a student of BSREM, dapat meron na kayong RESA. But I'm thinking, mahahandle nila sa legal aspects. So, tell me if hindi, I could gladly lecture to you ng RESA. On another time, kasi kulang tayo ng time. So, itong coverage natin. So, 25. So, tatlong clusters. We're talking about 3 clusters. General and Funda of Real Estate Service, Special and Technical Knowledge, and Professional Practice. 25%, 25%, and 50% points pala for 400 points. So, from 8 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the afternoon, yan po ang inyong ipitake up. Okay, 100 items for the general and fundamentals, 100 items for special and technical, and 200 items for the professional. Ang pinakamadali would be the number 1. Kasi fresh pa kayo, excited pa kayo. Pag number 3 na, hapon na, pagod na kayo. Yung iba na medyo, I wouldn't say matanda, nakakatulugan to kasi exhausted na yung brain nila, hindi na nila kaya at wala nang masagot. Okay? So ito siya, fundamentals 8 to 10, ownership, code of ethics, legal requirements, and real estate laws and taxation. From 11, ito special and technical. So pahirap na yung pahirap talaga. So dito sa special, that's why I always tell my student, this is a review class, I expect nothing short of 100 items, a perfect score in the first. You make sure that perfect kayo dito. Kasi pag dito na kayo sa second part, medyo may mga sabit na siya kasi lumalaki, lumalawak ang coverage. So, and lalo na here, you will be asked everything dito sa lahat. Everything except the kitchen sink, ito-throw sa inyo. So, nandito sumasabit yung mga people kasi dito ipinapasok ng anything. Kasi, of course, we don't want you dahil malaki ang inyong motivation, I would suppose. Everybody for real estate, baka ma-perfect nyo. So, they would throw in questions na out of the blue dito siya sa last part. Okay, so, why am I showing you this? Because I want you at the start ng freshies kayo, your freshies. It is important that when you go through your lessons from now until you graduate, lahat ng notes ninyo, whether it's hard copies or in digital form, ay naka-organize siya into 3 clusters. So that pag nag-isip kayo, everything is about organization. This is a huge undertaking. This is sobrang dami ng coverage. If you do not organize yourselves, your minds, your notes, you will have a hard time. Okay? So, organize. Actually, last semester, even not knowing about wala pa kaming information. Sabi ko, matatapos na to. I ask my students as their requirements na i-arrange na nila lahat ng mga notes nila like this. So, no matter how you do it, pero I would strongly recommend that your notes are in hard copies. Meron diyang millennials, may joke si EGO na natutuwa ako. Millennials daw. Pero there's another subgroup, millennia. So millennials. So mga millennials, mas probably wala silang hard copies. Just like my son, wala siyang hard copies. Everything is nasa laptop niya. And she is one of those na ngayon na one of these days nga, if I could catch him and he would agree, I would ask him to talk about, so ano bang experience niya. He's been doing online classes since February. So I would ask him kung magbigay siya sa inyo ng tips kung paano makasurvive ng online classes. He would do online classes from morning till night. So isa sa mga way kung paano siya nagsusurvive, sasabihin niya, di ba may klase ka? Yes, ma, may klase ako. Pero nakikita ko naglalaro. Na andon, meron siyang game. Sabi ko, naglalaro ka naman. Sabi, no ma'am, look, my professor is there. Ayun, hinanap ko pa, nasa maliit na portion yung kanyang professor. Huwag niyong gagawin sa akin yun, baka nasa maliit akong portion sa screen. So don't worry, 1.5 hours lang tayo. So arrange notes and study by cluster. Okay. So this is a career. I have a friend, sinabi niya sa akin, we used to work together in a company. She left for Dubai. She's doing okay in Dubai. She has nalimutan ko, thousands of followers sa Instagram. She would have mga handbags, totally ang kanyang mga staff ay pang Instagram. Pero may lifestyle na siya doon. Pero she resigned. She came home during the last batch. Sabi niya, I am coming home. I am going to take the real estate broker's exam because even if I'm earning well now, I want a career. And this is something that I could hold on to. I would have with me, whether I practice now or when I retire, I will still have it. Just the same, yun din ang mentality I have had at CLRB. A lot of nag-exam from Pag-ibig, from banks, and a lot of lawyers too. See, meron ba ditong lawyer? So a lot of lawyers too na nag-take ng real estate broker's exam because this is the subgroup, this is the group, these are the people who were able to have a realization ng career path, ng opportunity in real estate. Okay? So, ano ba yung real estate practice? You all know this already, but I'm going to discuss again. Ito pala. This one kasi ang gusto kong pakita sa inyo. So, for salesperson, you get a pin. If you're a salesperson, you get a pin as a salesperson. Pag broker, we have, blue one. Appraiser, you get the red one, and consultant, violet pin. So, meron sa inyo dito 3 pins. So somehow, sana down the line, I would be happy, I would be proud. Pag ilang years from now, baka meron sa inyo yan, meron kayong gold pin. Dahil PRB rest kayo. Why not, diba? Down the line. So yun. So these are the career progression na pwede niyong puntahan. So sabi nga ng friend ko, this is a career. So she took off, nag-resign siya, and it's not easy to go back and get another job. So she stayed here for 2 months, 3 months, nag-exam siya. Right after the exam, hindi na siya nag-antay ng result, she flew back and started working again. Pero real estate broker's exam. Real estate broker na siya. So see, I hope I am saying this kasi we are siguro isang group na nakaka-realize ng potential ng real estate. Kasi right now, I would suppose a lot of moms, dad, would never tell their kids nung hindi exposed to real estate, anak, mag-real estate, ito na lang course na kuhanin mo, or, diba, anak, mag-doktor ka, mag-nurse ka, mag-medtech ka, diba? But never would they say na mag-real estate broker So we want to change that later on. Okay? So now, let's talk about real estate. Right now, are we all anxious? I am thinking, I had a talk with sa Philinvest a few weeks ago kasi they wanted somebody to talk about ano na ba ang real estate ngayon. Yung dito, yung normal lang, yung kasama nila. So, I would like to open and say dito sa ano bang real estate, the multiplier effect. By the way, kasama to all the time sa real estate brokers. Huwag niyong kalilimutan, the first time yung na-hear yung multiplier effect, hindi niyo siya makakalimutan dapat kasi 1 point yan. Kasama siya all the time sa exam. Okay, meron na kayong 1 point out of the 400. So, ano ba yung multiplier effect? It's 1 by 16. Ibig sabihin, if there's one movement daw in real estate, there are 16 na result. For example, may isang big project dito, ang Ayala, for example. So, anong naapektuhan niya? So, yung broker na nag-consolidate ng land, yung contractors, yung brokers na magbebenta ng units, yung salespersons nila, yung mga jeep na mag-iikot dun sa area to bring all the workers there, 16. So, isang project lang yon. So, several projects multiplied around. So, real estate is a big multiplier sa business. And yan nangyayari ngayon sa Bulacan. Can you imagine kung anong multiplier effect na nangyayari ngayon with the inaayos ngayon yung airport, di ba? So, nagpupuntahan yung mga developers doon. And, alam niyo siguro, nadaanan ng mata ninyo kung sino yung pinaka 10 richest Filipinos. Di ba? You know that? Sa 10, 9 of them are in real estate. Yung iisa, si Razon, is into port management. Yung mga port, yung mga sa port area, yun lang. Pero I'm sure meron din siya, siguro eventually. So, everybody's in real estate. So, that goes to say kung anong impact, diba? Anong impact ng real estate sa business. So, this is old already, but it won't change. So, I would just like to say that until now, meron tayo, hindi ito nawawala. Whether gumanda o hindi gumanda ang economy, hindi tayo pwedeng mawalan ng backlog sa housing. What else? Yun. So, kanina, we were at the convention and ang aming speaker ay si Secretary Del Rosario of the DSUD. So, yesterday was Pag-ibig and hindi ko lang masyadong na-catch. Pero ang sinasabi sa Pag-ibig, they're okay. Napakadaming pera ng Pag-ibig ngayon for loans. Napakadami nilang pera na pagpapaloan sa developers to make real estate projects. See? So is there a market? So are we scared? I have a brother who's an OFW. And madami mga friends niya, siya mismo. All that. So he's fine kasi OFW meron silang, savings sila and they don't pay taxes. So they're okay. So yung mga umuwi ngayon, as long as hindi naman tayo until 5 years, we're still okay. So anong ginagawa ng mga OFWs ngayon habang nandito sa Pilipinas? They are searching, naandun sila sa Lazada, sa Shopee, and naghahanap sila ng bahay na mabibili for when the economy is okay and they can live. Okay. So, I'll show you. This is Mr. Justin. Hindi ko natatakpan ng aking ano. But I would like, he shared as I told you, nasa National Convention kami kanina. He shared all this, slides to us. His whole presentation, shinare niya. So, with that sharing, he is tacitly giving permission for everybody to share it too. Itong kinukwento ko, meron siyang actual figures. So, gusto lang ipakita is appreciation. Today's meeting, today's lecturers were sa convention where the international sa ASEAN, so yung mga real estate so they were talking about the real estate scenario sa kanila. So as you can see here, so maganda ito na yun, pwede nating ipakita dito sa market na to. So hindi ito nawawala. Kahit na anong gawin natin, hindi mapipigilan yung mga foreigners to come, live here, and sometimes marry Filipinas, live here and retire. So those are our market. And ito, mga Filipinos, babalik at babalik sila sought after workers globally. Number one, sasabihin ng kapatid ko, kasi ate, mababango tayo. Actually, it's because we can speak English well, we smile all the time, we are hard workers, diba? And most importantly, we have a good filial connection sa Pilipinas. Meron tayong remittances all the time na pinapadala. So, yung pa rin ang ating market ngayon. So, also, remember the migration or immigration impact. So, anong time na uso yung immigration? As I live also sa BF. Ang dami doon resell because most of the families there, binibenta na dahil nag-immigrate na sa Canada, sa Australia, sa New Zealand. And those people, they left in their 30s, in their 40s, diba? So magsi-50 na sila. Magsi-60 na sila. And when they hit 60, I bet you're not going to stay there. They will come home sa Philippines because yung kanilang ang kanilang pension doon, retirement pay, doon, what they will get, they can live like kings here in the Philippines. And malamig doon. So they would want to be here. So yun yung market natin. Yun ang pupunta natin. Kaya simulan na natin. Okay? They need us. So yun sinasabi ko kanina na anong ginagawa ng mga OFW ngayon. So they are actually online inquiry sila. Look, 2020, it went down ng March kasi we were all stressed kung anong gagawin natin. Look, it's picking up. Diba? So, September, nagpipeak na siya. And to think, in all other times natin, it was worse. So, we're okay. What I'm saying is we're okay. So, sino pa? Professionals. So, ngayon, syempre, hindi muna tayo yung ating market ngayon, of course, hindi yung nasa medyo low cost. So, we're okay in terms of professionals, especially yung mga BPO. Wag muna tayo sa POGO. Yung mga BPO, diba? Yung mga yung entry, diba? Yung entry daw, ngayon nasa BPO, 35,000 to 40. Ang kanilang sawa sila. They could get more. So, malaki ang ating market. So, ang pinaka-importante ang demographic profile ng Pilipinas. We are how many? We are 105 million Filipinos right now na nagsisiksika na walang mask. So, hirap na hirap. So, ngayon, bawal ang haba ng pila sa bank, sa groceries, because they could allow only a certain number of people. So, siksikan pa rin tayo. So, we are a young population. May something dito si Justin. There one. So, yun yung akin. So, ito yung kay Justin. So, nasabi niya sa akin na, ito yung median age niya, 24 to 30. And 24 to 30 is the time na naghahanap ng house. In the Philippines, we have one of the highest. I mean, we have one of the na ganun range. Na sigurado, market yan for a house. That's the time na they need to move out of their houses. Kasi kung tatlo silang magkakapatid or dalawa sila, they cannot live lahat dun sa mga in-laws, of course. Maghanap sila ng bahay. Okay, ito pa. Actually, pinick out ko lang yung mga interesting for me. Look at that. So, anong mangyayari ngayon? Lalaki ba yung foreclosed? Yes, lalaki yung foreclosed. But, look, in 2012, it was even higher. And we were okay. Ito yung start, diba? So, look, in 2020, unti lang, we are still okay in terms of non-performing loans. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa ganun kadami ang nag-foreclose na properties. Baka kasi isipin mo baka yung iba, mag-foreclose na lang kaya ako sa real estate. So, walang masyadong doon kasi hindi ko alam, unti lang yata yung doon. Sino kaya dito sa inyo ang nag-foreclose? Actually, I haven't done that, yung foreclosed property. So, that's one niche that you might want to explore. So, ito rin also. By the way, tandaan nyo parating tinatanong sa brokers exam ang GDP. So, may projection siya. So, natulog ang economy. By the time na okay na tayo, and lahat tayo nagpa-vaccinate maybe, or let's not talk about the microchip. So, mga agent ko sabi, Ma'am, te-trace, o kung whatever. Sabi ko, hello, your phone. Anyway, so anyway, what I'm saying is that pag we are okay na, nandiyan na yung vaccine or napatay na natin yung ating ang COVID. So, in 2021, we are projected to grow. So, look, karamihan 6% lang. Ako, during our review last year, so in-emphasize ko kung ano yung time na GDP growth natin. It was something like 6. Projected nila dahil alam mo yung nasa toll gate ka, sa so mas hopefully, ganyan yung economy natin. So we will grow. It is projected to grow as much as 9%. Balikan natin si Ann Cato. Pero hindi, kinuha niya to sa mga, ano yung Moody's, yung mga research pa. So we are in a COVID-driven economy. Ano ba yon? So meron pa, we are at home, we are shifting. Meron tayong COVID, pre-COVID. Actually, there are a lot of things that we could be thankful for dahil nagkaroon ng COVID mamaya. So ano ba yung negative impact niya? So may negative impact of course sa small enterprise, yung mga yung mga dating kailangan puntahan ng tao. So naiba. So para lang siyang water na nawala dito pero napuno sa iba. So may pinuntahan ng iba. Of course, the low-cost market. So medyo wala, I don't know kung merong benta yung mga medyo low-cost ngayon. I don't do much low-cost. Pero let's see, siguro I could ask around kung how the low-cost market. Low-cost, that means 580, 500,000 level socialized housing. So I could say that nag-hold on yung ating economic market. Huwag lang siya mag-stress out ng 2 years like this, we will be okay. Sa atin naman, the sellers, ako, I am happy because I noticed, I even got, number one, napansin ko, I even got, nung naka-recover na yung mga agents ko, we have more sales ngayon. Tumaas siya than the time last year because selling became easier. Why? Dati problema ko, ma'am, kailangan yung buyer nyo, kailangan pumunta dito, pumirma. Busy po. So ngayon, they don't do that. I mean, they do not require that anymore. Everything can be done online. So even the interviews, di ba? Nakapag-benta sa Camellia, di ba? Every Sunday, kailangan yung client mo pupunta at i-interview. So ngayon, the interview is done sa Zoom. So madaming nasa-save na time and nasa-save na mabilis na way of transacting. Tripping. So, napansin ko, several ng na walang tripping na close online lang. So, imagine the time that was saved, diba? So, instead na nasa road kayo, nagtitripping, nagsasagot ka ng online inquiries, diba? Nag-adapt ang developers. So, developers, everything, lahat ng forms nila is through online. So, meron naman kami na-close, nasa Dubai, nandun sila. Nako-close. Hindi na kailangan ng tripping ng family. Nag-tripping yung family. Tapos, kasama yung cousin. Tapos yung cousin, wag lang tayo doon, pinsan. Kasi meron akong alam. Ito na lang bilhin mo. Nawala yung ganon. Because the buyer itself, meron ng tripping online. Dahil ginawa na ng paraan ng developers. So, I love this. Online learnings. The PKS, hindi na ako kailangan, di ba? One of the jobs natin as brokers, we need to get accredited with developers. So, po ako dito, magpa-accredit na tayo. Yung accreditation ngayon start, pag dumating po kayo ng eksaktong 9, close na. Balik na lang po kayo sa sunod next month ulit. I have experienced that. 3-day seminar. So ngayon wala na. I don't have to do that because PKS seminars, accreditation are all done online. So even the business transaction, I am so happy. I hate going to the bank. Ngayon, I discovered I can do everything online. I don't even have to pila sa bank. So ngayon, with my phone and all, so madali kami magpasahan ng commissions and all that. Dati problema pa yon. So easy ng GCash. So ngayon pati Cebuana alam ko na. See, things like that. So I would like to assure you that we are okay. So right now we are housebound. So your timing to do the exam ngayon nag-apprentice ka. So it's my ID, that's my card. So, wala akong I always practice when you're, and I wish for you that you find your niche kaagad in real estate. You could do project selling, industrial, club shares, farm lots, memorial, and columbarium. Project selling yon. By the way, memorial and columbarium, you need a license to be able to do this. So, Genbro, it means Roland Consolidation, Investor Selling. Investor Selling, that means natapos na. Ako ngayon, may clients na ako na nabayaran na nila, gusto na nilang i-resell kasi ayaw pala daw nila ng condo. So gusto nila yung may lupa na, so investor selling na. Leasing, commercial spaces, Airbnb by the way, is going to grow big kasi nobody would want ngayon na nasa hotel sila. For closed properties, bank, pag-ibig, and real estate documentation. Kanina lang, my old student, I like him, he's a very nice fellow. Sabi niya sa akin, ma'am, paano nga po ba, magkano po ba ang out of the blue magkano daw ang talent fee pag mag-documentation siya? That means transfer of title. So transfer of title, ang average talent fee dyan is 20,000. So I don't do that. Ako, siguro sandali ko lang siya practice, but mabusise. So it's not my thing. So ngayon, when I transfer, kasama na siya doon sa cost ko. So I allot 20,000 to 30,000 para sa talent fee. Para iba naman ang gumawa. Kasi I don't like really to do that. Pero I've done several na in my time. So ngayon, kung gagawin ko siya, I could still do it. Pero you could estate, yun yung isa pa mga kailangan ninyo, and especially when you're doing raw land selling. Kasi karamihan, lolo kay lola, kay nanay, tatay, namatay na, so you trust them. Things like, okay, so tatandaan yan, these are the things that you do, your opportunities in the industry. Okay, I want you to set your sights far. Okay, so what are you looking out for? Ano ba yung goal ninyo? So, pwedeng ang goal ninyo ay to be, I'm sure madami kayo. I want to be a consultant. So, one step at a time. So, ang goal natin is to be so that you can have a global career wherever you are. You, at this time, you can be that because of BSREM. Okay. So, what do you want to have in the future? What is the future in store for you? So you can actually in real estate, you can dream big. If you could have seen last semester, Tuesdays and Thursdays kami, walang parking sa Lyceum. Because everybody, nandyan yung mga BSRAM students. They have their cars with them, and they are young people in their 20s, in their 30s. When I was in my 20s, sometimes humihingi when I first started out, sometimes humihingi pa ako ng allowance. So ngayon, yung mga young people ngayon, they can be on their own. They have their own houses, their own condos, they have their own cars because of real estate. One of them is a student namin. Of course, family nila nasa real estate. He was driving a BMW and he would park it sa akala namin kay President Ayop. Kanino to? Kay President Ayop? No, sa kanya pala. Okay. So we are here and we are honored together with all the professors sa BSREM. We are honored to be a part of your real estate journey as you attain your financial freedom through BSREM. You're off to great places. Today is the day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Okay, with that, let's start your career in real estate. And I would like you, ito lang ating tatandaan, be serious, be committed, do it as we aim to have 100% of you as the real estate brokers. Okay? So that's all. You have any questions? I will stop share. Okay. Okay, you have any questions na kailangan natin sagutin? I'd be happy. I'll just okay. Chat. Yes, sabi niyo. Okay.
Hi, Prof. Good evening.
Yes,
actually,
good evening.
It's not a question. It's just my takeaway for tonight's
yes,
lesson.
Please,
If I may.
Yes, I'd welcome that.
Prior to this lesson with this class, actually, tinatanong ko yung sarili ko kasi I just started embracing real estate last June 2020 because of this pandemic. Though I had my first orientation last year of December, pero hindi pa siya ganun ka.
Sino nag-orient sa'yo?
Sa Filipino Homes po. I have
Okay.
Yes, I'm so lucky to have my very supportive, my champ. Tinatawag siya ni Boss Andy, the shark, na the champ, si Boss Azala Honor, yung wife ni Sir Marlo Honor. Kasi she made me realize na I'm capable of something bigger. And we have a common friends kasi. Pero naano ko talaga siya last June. Sabi ko, I want this. I want to enter into real estate. However, hindi ko alam kung is it just selling lang ba? And then that's why yung sabi ko, sige, I want to be a broker. Kasi I want to know more sa kung ano ba talagang real estate because of yung common misconception na sinasabi na ahente ka lang.
Exactly.
Yes, the ahente ka lang talaga. actually yung laging sinasabi, no? And then, ayun nga, ano na tayo, BSREM, tapos tinatanong pa din, what's in store for me? Ano bang next? If I pass the examination, what's next? Ano na ba yung growth? Ano na bang, but this night, na-realize ko talaga na, ano din, nung sabi ko nga, para din pala kaming lawyers kasi pinag-aaralan namin yung mga law, para din kaming mga accountant, di ba? Kasi nga we have real estate finance, tapos consultant, kahit you know, because yung mga buyers natin, when they trust us, tinatanong kasi talaga nila what property fits them, 'di ba? Kung anong kailangan nila. And then ngayon ko lang na-realize, no, na my God, for the longest time, share ko lang din po, I'm kind of emotional right now because for the longest time, gusto ko kasi maging CPA. Pero hindi ako nakapag-aral kasi nga I lost my mom at 12. And I was 12 years old. So I had my first degree na sabi ko lang last year through ETIAP, yung program ng CHED sa mga through ETIAP, sabi ko, kasi nga I'm running a small business, printing business. Tapos sabi ko, okay, sige, para na lang magkaroon ng degree because my daughter is actually starting to ask, anong tinapos mo, mommy? And then, kapag may mga parents orientation, medyo self-pity din, ganun. So, it doesn't make sense pa. Sabi ko, okay lang, at least meron akong diploma ng business administration. But right now, it's starting to make sense. Ito pala talaga yung gusto ko, the career that I want to have, nadadalhin ko forever. Alam mo yun, yung sinasabi ko, oh my God, ito na pala talaga siya. Everything happens for a reason. Yun lang naman. Tapos, na-realize ko lang how, oh my God, ang ganda ng course na to. Yun lang talaga. And, I'm done, siguro lang, pero just want to na thank you also because goosebumps.
Yeah.
Tapos ang ganda-ganda niyo pa. Ang ganda-ganda niyo pa magsalita.
Thank you. You too, April Rose.
Thank you
I appreciate.
po.
That's why I love teaching. Nasabi ko na to. Kasi we like teaching. We compared sa what we can earn, di ba? Practicing. Kasi it will take up a time, di ba? I still go back to teaching. We don't get paid a lot. But it's the satisfaction of being something, being part, or making an impact in somebody's life. Diba? So, we are here, so, and we are happy to do it for you. So, I'm happy na, kaya this is lectures at the start of the course. I always do this kasi sometimes hindi nila na-realize, diba? I want to get them an overview of what they are into, what will happen, and I want to motivate kasi it's going to be hard. It's dugo and pawis, things that you need to do so that ma-accommodate nyo to. But I don't want you to lose sight. I want you to realize gaano kaganda ang prospect, gaano kagaling ang career na to. And I hope as mga professor, ma-impart sa inyo yan. So I know, that's all. Yun lang. We will finish it until the end. Ano ba? 2 SEMs, 3 SEMs. Ayun. Okay, so any other? So I know a lot of you here are from Filipino homes, so you are Cebu-based. I was happy to see you are from all over. So last lecture, we were talking about exchanging information also. So next week, so again, nasabi ko na bukas ang asynchronous ninyo is you would need to read BSREM. And yung mga hindi pa naka-fill out ng link, yung aking student, it would help me magawa ng modules. Next meeting, I would be giving you your course outline. And by next meeting, nandun na good luck to us. nasa MS Teams na tayo. Tapos, MS Teams na tayo, with course outline, and I will be giving you your first lecture because may exam na tayo soon. Don't worry.
Starting next Friday, ma'am.
Yes, don't worry. I am not stricto with the exam. I am giving you that responsibility. Ako ang responsibility ko. I will always post. I will be vigilant in telling you, nandito na tayo, itong course outline, ito ang gagawin natin, ito ang nagawa natin. You have to keep up. So I'm good. Sabi daw nila, okay lang. I'm happy with the attendance. Your perfect attendance ngayon. I'm happy about that. Kasi itong lecture na to is pretty much important to start off the course. Okay? So with that, we're almost out of time. Any other things that you might want to ask? Don't worry about the MS Teams account. You are lucky. We have Miss Abby. Miss Abby will take care of us. Sabi nga, no tripping daw muna. Okay, after we completed the 120, Bernadette, after we completed the 120 units, no, the 120 was the before. Ngayon, not exactly 120 units. It's how, sa TOR mo, how you are assessed, how your courses are credited. So, yun. How long is the review classes? I could do it. Remember, I've been doing review classes for quite a while already. We used to do it the same topics, the same topics. We can do it for 120 units, 120 an hour, 120 hours. So that would, so ganun lang, 120 for the review. Dati. Pero ngayon, tama na yung 10 days. Kaya na yun. Ano po ang business ad in business ad app? So yung ETIAP, I'm not sure, ano pong question? Rizel, if you could rephrase that, Sandy, if you could rephrase the question about the ETIAP. Thank you, Rizel. Thank you very much. And Marites Iborda, yes, thank you. Okay. So, I trust that everybody here is an accredited salesperson. Yung mga nagpa-practice.
Yes, ma'am. Accredited.
So, if you are, I would encourage you right now to be a real estate salesperson. So, kasi tayo ay magpa-practice na. And by the way, isa sa mga things na pag-aaralan natin is how to set up your business, real estate business, how to organize your team. And isa sa mga things that you need to do, I would like to announce ngayon at the start, promos, diba? So I'm going to give you a promo na ngayon. Sa mga newbies, hindi yung mga practicing na ha, sa mga newbies, dahil real estate marketing and brokerage to, whoever can make a sale at the end of the class will be exempted sa final exam. Okay? So, yung mga newbies lang. This is for the newbies kasi as we are speaking ngayon, baka nagko-close na kayo ng mga 10 million o 20 million. Baka average sale nyo ay 50 million.
We are newbie.
Yung mga newbies lang, ha? Oh, you're declaring yourself as a newbie.
Yes, because I'm only 1 year.
Okay, fine. Pwede naman akong lokohin. You can make loko me. Basta,
I'm just 1 year
like
from the real estate, honestly. 1 year over.
So, kaya pwede nyo nga akong lokohin. So, sinong may sale at then siya ay nagbibigay kami, si Sir Manny, we give out parang mga coupons. So, yung mga matataas ang
Thank
score.
you. I have
so,
sale
ngayon,
tomorrow.
Declare ko na kung sinong may sale at until the end. So, parang mga will be exempted sa final exam. Okay? So, it's almost 8:30. I would like to leave you na for the weekend, to start your weekend. So wala tayong to start your trippings tomorrow. I know, may trippings kayo tomorrow. It's a
Yes.
weekend. So I will be posting kung ano yung assignment niyo tomorrow. So for tomorrow's class.
Okay po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Any other? Okay. So I guess that's all in behalf of Miss Abby and all the professors. We wish you the best for in your new career, and we wish you a happy first semester. Okay, I'll see you next week on Friday again. Classes
Thank you,
na,
ma'am.
formal classes na yan.
Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am.
bye.
Thank
you,
Oh,
bye.
Warm regards to your
Love you too.
Make sure you don't
I took the show that I am proud that I have a 59. Ana, masipag kayo lahat. 59, no? Everybody's present. Samantalang last last semester, I have had students, akala nila in progress yung grade niya. Kasi drop off a hat, madali siyang kantsawan. And you know naman sa Binyan, it's a lechon city. So we will have lechon all the time. So sasabihin niya, ma'am, present ako. Sabi ko, sige na nga, magpapaloko na ako. Pero magaling naman kasi siya. Magaling siya when he takes the exam, he's okay. Pero pinalusot ko siya kasi kawawa naman. And parati siyang may lechon. The power of lechon. So, yun. So, kaya everybody loves him sa class. So, you are one batch, no? 59 of you. Don't worry, magkakasama kayo all the time until the end. Kasi parang black kayo isang class. Okay? So, thank you. Good night. Good night. Have a nice week.
Thank you po.
Good night.
Thank you po.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you po.
Bye.
Bye po.